So I was on Facebook the other morning, as I usually do when I'm trying to wake up. And this particular morning, I had 3 friend requests, all from former Jehovah's Witnesses, which was really cool. It was really nice to see. It got me thinking about friendships while I was in the organisation and outside of it, and just how vastly different it is. Since being out, I've made so many friends, especially being in the XJW groups on Facebook. I've made a lot of friends on there, and that's been really cool. Just finding people that, obviously we all have shared experience, and we can all, hear each other out and support each other, which is fantastic. It's not really something that I've had a lot of. As I said, I find that friendships are so different now than when I was in the organisation. Like, you could be in a congregation with someone for a really long time, and you'd see them at the meetings and they may not say much to you, they might just smile. It's almost, well, in my experience, it's almost like they kind of just tolerate you being around. They're like, oh, okay, I should just say hello, just be nice, but they don't really want to spend time with you. Like, in my last congregation especially, there was a husband and wife, and I was really good friends with the husband. He was a really nice person, but his wife seemed to have a problem with me. Not sure why, that's fine. But, me and the husband were friends on Facebook, but she never added me. That's fine, that's her decision. But having those friend requests the other morning from the XJWs just really made me think about that and how different it is, and I was thinking also about the convention theme at the moment, which is Love Never Fails, and I think we've all come to the conclusion that it's a ridiculous title, and I don't need to go into that really, but I was just thinking about that title and how in the last 2 congregations I was in, I was going through a really hard time. At that stage, my husband had left me, and I was fending for myself for the first time in my life, and that was really obviously a really hard thing to do, a really hard thing to go through, especially when you're separated and people look at you when you do go to the meetings, like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. They look at you like you're not doing good enough. You didn't try hard enough, and it's like it's just very judgmental. Anyway, so I was going through a really hard time. Like I said, I was fending for myself for the first time in my life, and looking after my house, trying to look after myself, getting to work every day, paying bills, all that kind of stuff, which I hadn't had to rely on myself for, I was doing, and at the same time just trying to keep my head above water when it came to my anxiety and depression. And because of that, I missed a lot of meetings, and it was just really an eye-opener, all that. Seeing who actually did keep in contact with me, especially because of my situation, being separated. People always in the organisation have their ideas on that. But it was interesting seeing who did reach out and make sure that I was okay, and it wasn't a lot. And then during that, I did move back to my old congregation, hoping that I would get a lot more love and support there. But again, I was hit with people being judgmental because I was separated. And there was ones there that, I had known a really long time, and I could feel that something had changed, and that really hit hard for me. And it was actually around that stage that I started questioning the religion and, you know, just the rules and regulations, I guess you could say. And yeah, and then it was not long after that I got reproved, and that was even more of an eye-opener because, you know, obviously people don't know what I did wrong. It was just announced from the stage. But the real shift in the congregation, a lot of people looking at me when I'd walk into the hall and not talk to me, and, you know, soft shunning as we call it, and that really hit home. And I just thought to myself, look, I was sorry for what I did. They should all know that. I was trying to do what's right. And then I started fading because I was just, if they're an organisation that believes in love never failing, it failed me. And anyway, so anyway, going back to the friend requests, that day I had 3, and that's from ex-JWs, and that just got me thinking about friendships and whatnot in and outside the organisation. And since that day that I had 3 friend requests, I've had a load more, and I'm just loving the friendships that I'm making. There's some really cool people out there, and I'm just so happy. Shout out to Cherie, Mother Hen, on our ex-JW group for Australia and New Zealand. I'm so thankful for her finding me and bringing me to the group. Yeah, anyway, this was my first video. It's a bit dodgy, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hopefully going to do some more in the future. Hopefully they'll be better than this. So if you want, hit like, hit subscribe, see what's coming up next. But I just want to thank all the beautiful people that I've met since leaving the cult. Yeah, peace out.